Hi, this is Jessye.
And this is Savia, and you're listening to the Ask People podcast. Hey guys, and welcome to another episode of the Ask People podcast with Savia Rocks. Why are you cracking up already?
I always crack up, that's another thing, because it's watching you, all of a sudden I'm like, okay, are you going to start? What? Come on now, come on, But anyway, go ahead. Sorry.
Hey guys, and welcome to another episode of the Ask People podcast.
And good morning.
And good morning. Yeah, it is actually morning today. So today we're going to talk about how to make you be positive and motivated every day in the morning and take that positivity without you throughout your day, which can be hard. Am I correct?
Yes, you're correct.
Sometimes being positive every day can be hard, challenging, even overwhelming. We all have different things that we go through in our daily lives that push and pull our emotions from us. So we wanted to talk about how to be positive every day and in the morning when you wake up, even before you've lifted your head off your pillow.
Yes.
Yeah. So one of the things that I do when I wake up, even before I've lifted my head off the pillow, is to say thank you to the world.
Gratitude.
Yeah, basically. It's just having that gratitude for you to have another day.
Yes.
And see the light of day. And I think that's a brilliant way to, when you're saying thank you, you're automatically giving back to the universe, and then the universe will say back to you, okay, you said thank you, that's nice of you. Kind of thing. Okay, let's carry this on. And then you feel good.
Mm-hmm.
And then I read a lot of motivational books, and I'm sure Jessye does too. Do you remember the name? Is it The 5 Elements?
Yeah, I read The 5 Elements.
So Jessye reads The 5 Elements of like the positivity book of how you should do things.
Yes.
And not letting people suck your energy and make you feel down and so on and so forth. So that's a really good book to read, guys. Even though we haven't been sponsored by them, or it's a really good book to read. I've read The Secret. I'm sure a lot of you have read The Secret also. And I've read loads of other books that you could read. Some have swear words, which I'm not going to say, but there's a particular book, and he talks about how he started with nothing.
Yeah.
And he just had that gratitude every morning and how he started. So it just depends on what motivational book you want to read and how you appreciate reading the book that you want to read. It's just basically...
Sometimes some of the books are hard to read. You
you
read, and you're like, you can't get into it, and you're like, oh my God, can I go through all this?
You have to find a book that you feel will take your attention. And
yeah, but even though in the beginning some books it looks like it's going to be like boring, usually when you get into a couple of the first chapter, after that you like really get into it. Yeah. It starts getting interested. It's just that big, first introduction of the first chapter.
I find it hard to read intro sometimes. If an intro doesn't take me sometimes, I'm a little bit reluctant to read the rest, which is not good. Or even the back of the book, when you're reading the back of the book, because the back of the book is basically telling you.
Yeah, but it's only giving you a short preview of it,
sums up and sometimes, book in a way.
Yeah, sometimes it sums up the book, but sometimes it really doesn't.
That's true.
Yeah, it really doesn't, and you're like, wait a second, this sounds so boring. But when you start reading it
through it, and then you're
like, well,
into it.
If I would have paid attention to the back
of the book, I would have bought the book.
I would have,
That has happened to me a lot, where I give books a chance.
Yeah.
And I see it from the writer's point of view, obviously, because I'm a writer. I see things from a writer's point of view is that when you're first writing your book, it's hard even as a writer to start writing and get your emotions out into the book. So what you have to do is you have to give the writer a chance. Don't just pick up the book and say, get rah with the book and then say, I don't want to read it no more. It's not pulling my attention. Give it that chance.
Yeah.
So that's one of the things we want to talk about, is giving things a chance. Also, I want to talk about is don't just read these motivational books and then think tomorrow everything was going to happen. That's not how it works.
No, that doesn't how it works. And I think that's what people expect. That, okay, I'm reading this book. It's going to work.
No.
The next day it's going to... No. You have to keep that motivation, that routine. That
I always say to people, it's not about how many followers you have. It's about the quality of the followers you have.
Yeah.
It's about the quality of the people reading your book and being able to pass that knowledge on to someone else, where that will help them to pass that knowledge on to someone else. It's the quality of your followers. I find it a bit sad that people want millions of followers because it's a good number.
That's true. That's true.
You know how many followers I have? 20 million. But when you're down, any of them 20 million.
But are they real?
Are they exactly?
You
can buy your followers, right? You can.
Yeah. Now these days you can buy followers. You can buy those fake followers.
You can buy
just to have a number on it, but doesn't mean that those are accurate.
Listen, I'd rather have 100 people who are consistent followers than have 1,000 followers who are non-consistent and not really, they're just there. I want people who are gonna help people pass on that knowledge. And even if, like, for instance, we have 30 followers on Us People podcast because we just started, to me it doesn't matter. But then the nicest thing about it is those 30 followers are always talking to us, which is really nice. They're always clicking like, they're always interacting with us, and that's the type of followers. Go for followers who will interact with you, to check how you are, to check in, to see how your podcast is doing, to see how your music is doing, and that's really important when it comes to
also have to keep like you said,
posting.
Unfortunately, you have to keep posting, which is people think that that's easy.
Jesse phones me in the morning and say, okay, we have to do the Instagram, we have to do the Twitter, we have to do it, you have to do everything in the morning. And I'm like, okay, Jesse, well, I just woke up my eye.
I like to get everything done, I like to get things done and go in and start my day with something else, something new, something different.
But she's like boom, 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 which is not a bad thing at all. It's brilliant because when you have a team member that's get up, it's good because it's saying, you know what, I need to kick myself in the butt and get up and start doing stuff. But the good thing about it in the Us People podcast is we're very motivated. We're very like, I'm going to do this. I want to get this done.
Yeah.
So let me talk about a few different things. The first one is, I spoke about us all having different pathways in life. And I also just spoke about the fact that you can't just read a book and then automatically think that tomorrow everything's going to be rainy and dandy. You have to put what you've read into action. Yeah, if you don't do it, someone else will. And then you'll be like, why are they getting it and I'm not? It comes down to your thoughts. Your thought process is the first thing. Your body language on how you do it is the second. And how you put it into action is the third. So you have to make sure that you're doing all these 3 steps in the morning. Like when you wake up, you say thank you. When you go downstairs into the mirror, you say something positive to yourself. Because I do this to myself every morning. You say something positive to yourself, which will start your day and you'll feel good when you leave the house. I always turn around and say, angels, please protect me before I leave the house.
Yeah.
Because I'm very spiritual, so it helps me go out throughout my day. So if anyone tries to bounce me or anything,
you sounded like you're bouncing, so somebody's gonna actually jump you.
It happens. I'm small. People bounce me and have no recollection of bouncing me. Yeah, I'm walking down the road, so poof, and I'm like, oh, okay, no, that's cool, it's all right. And they look at me like I'm the one that done it to them, and I'm like, sorry, and I didn't do it. You understand? And it's like, they're just raw, you know?
Really, really raw.
You'll see that there are a lot more people who are ungrateful for life than the people who are grateful for life. And I'm eternally grateful for what I have. If you're eternally grateful for your small things, then big things will come. But please remember, small things make the big things happen.
Yeah, the little things,
Yep, they make the big things happen. So please always remember that. Another thing is, when I talk about body language, some people don't understand how much body language does. There is a percentage. I can't remember the percentage at the moment. If you do, please send us a message and say Louise is like, or Savia is like 57% body language. I know it's something in the hierarchy rated, but your body language says a lot more than what you say.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You don't have to talk. You don't have to say nothing. Just your facial
attitude
your body,
will say
everything,
a lot more. So when you're going out in the
much.
morning and you leave your door, have that attitude, but make your body language reflect that attitude as well.
Yeah.
So that helps you in the morning as well. I have a tendency when I'm on a train, and I told Jesse this, when I'm on my way to work, I write 10 things that I am grateful for on the train. Well, I'm looking at everybody else and they got their headphones on. Yeah, and I have a tendency to look around me and write 10 things that I'm grateful for. So I don't know where my phone is, but I have it on my phone. And what I normally do is I write down 10 things that I feel are, how can I say, good in a way, or 10 things that I am eternally grateful for. It could be, thank you for my day because I'm grateful for the air I breathe. Thank you for letting me wake up this morning. I have one that says, thank you for letting me be able to wake up this morning because I'm able to see another beautiful day. Yeah. I am grateful for my home because I have somewhere where I can work every day.
Yeah.
I am eternally grateful for the water that I drink because I'm able to drink from the tap and receive fresh running water that some people can't receive. So
there's a lot of people that can't. Yeah.
Those are the type of things that I am grateful for. And even if you don't have to be a millionaire, because one of the things I do say is thank you for all the money that I have been given in my whole life, because it has taught me how to appreciate all the things that I have and how lucky I am and fortunate I am to have these things because of the money that I have had. Yeah. So when you teach yourself how to say thank you for small things, bigger and better things, like I said.
Yeah, that's how it occurs. Yeah.
So money is not everyone's goal.
No.
Yeah, something I want to talk about as well. I'm doing a lot more talking than Jessye today.
Yeah, today you're doing more than talking today, yes.
Money is not everybody's goal. You have to understand that the secret to money is, if that is what you want, then I would say go for it. But to me, it's more about finding a passion within just being happy.
God,
yeah,
is that true?
In doing what you love. So it's about, for me, it's about, loads of people want money. Yeah, I know that. You need money to live.
Yeah, everybody's like, you need money to live. Money to live. But some people do it for the wrong reasons.
Yes,
as well.
I'll come to that. Yeah.
Sorry.
No, it's all good. I love it. People want money. Loads of people want money, but you're wanting money. Are you wanting the money for the right reasons? If you're wanting money to flash, to show somebody you've got a car, then you're really buying the car for them. You're not buying the car for yourself.
No, not
Buy
really.
the car for yourself. I'm so grateful for my little Vauxhall Astra that I have, yeah? And I shine that baby, yeah? Because I'm grateful for it. And when you're grateful for it, I'll get my Ford Mustang one day. Do you understand? Yeah. And that's how it works for me, yeah? But I will shine my car and be so happy. I clean them wheels, yeah? So it's just being grateful. But
just being grateful for...
If your goal is money or materialistic things, then make sure that's going to make you happy.
But there's a lot of people
that are not. I know, but I'm just throwing it out there. But if that's your goal, to have cars and houses and money, you have to make sure when you go in that car and that house and that you've bought it with this money, that is what you want, and that's eternally going to make you happy, even when there is no people around you.
But it's also like job. People do.
Oh gosh.
This is a perfect example with money. Yeah, they go into this job. They know they're going to be making lots of money, but they hate the job.
Yeah, I work with
They hate the job with passion.
Yeah.
So why? And then you're waking up miserable every day doing something that you do not love.
They've manifested
but you're
the
doing
money.
it because I could get this amount of money, but then you're miserable. So you're earning all these thousands, whatever, and you're still as miserable as you can be.
Most of the time, that's life. Is pretty sad.
And
that way.
How can you? I don't know. I can't do it. I just can't do it.
I think it's hard because people are after status and power. It's not about wisdom anymore. My life is about wisdom and peace and spirituality. Mm-hmm. And like I said, being grateful for the small things I have. So when I do have the bigger things, not saying that I don't have enough, because I have a lot.
But for me, myself, with the accident, I'm grateful that I'm alive.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah, we had a car accident. Okay, we can go into that. We had a car accident. Jessye fell over, hurt her head in her accident, and my one was, we was doing a wedding, and there was 4 of us in the car. There was a guy who was driving at an incredible speed. Our side of the road was clear, but he decided to turn and not look. Plus, he was on a mobile phone, and he hit my side of the car. And my side of the car,
it was completely dangerous.
My side of the car was so
completely
badly dented in that I was stuck to the side of the car, and I couldn't move for a while. And the first thing I did was I opened my eyes and I said, Lord. I remember. I said, Lord God, because you're my cousin. Yeah, it sounds funny and it sounds like it's a joke, but I did actually say this. I said, Lord, you're my cousin, and please make me able to move my toes and my hands and my eyes
and your back, because that's where you hit the most, your back.
If I can move that, I know I'll be okay. So the first thing I actually moved was my feet, because remember when it happened, all of us was in shock. Everyone was in silence. Everyone just looked at each other. And everyone just looked on my side as well. I remember. And Ike was like, Lou, and I was like, yeah. And Jesse was like, she turned around and he's like, everyone, I remember you saying this, is everyone okay? Yeah, and then everyone went, but then I stayed silent for a little while.
But I knew something was wrong with you. Wrong.
And I almost broke the side of my shoulder blade. Your
shoulder blade? No, you had a fracture.
That's it. I had a fracture on my shoulder blade.
Yeah.
The driver was fine.
Yeah.
He was just scared.
Yeah,
completely scared.
He was like, no, he was more cursing.
Yeah,
he was cursing. That where you came from, you were right behind us.
The guy said
you
to us,
just turned and
the guy
hit
said
us.
to us, the guy was cursing us and said, "Where did you come from?" I was like, "But you were behind us." I was like,
it's when you turned. It's when you turned.
He took it seriously when I couldn't come out of the car. I think that's when he took it seriously.
Yeah.
What I'm trying to say is, I said please and thank you even before I moved my whole body.
But it's just like giving thanks. I mean,
and
again,
I woke up, and the fact that I was alive, I was grateful, not knowing what could have happened or how I could have been, but I could move, and yes, I was able to. I was in therapy for 6 months. Physio for 6 months, and that helped me a lot.
Yeah,
because it brought me back to, and then again, I was grateful. You know, because if I didn't have that physio I don't know how I would have actually been. So it's just being grateful for things. And the reason why I'm telling you this is to let you know that even if we're doing a podcast, we're doing a podcast and blah, 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 things happen to us.
Yeah,
it doesn't matter
we're humans. We're all human. We're all human. Things happen to everyone.
And I'm sure you taking the time to listen to this today, we are grateful for you taking the time to listen to it, because the most precious thing in life is time. People think that time will last forever. It doesn't.
No.
Yeah.
Some people take
time for granted.
Don't
take your time for granted. If you, like, anytime a friend comes to see me, or like someone comes into the Ask People podcast and has an interview with us, the first and last thing I always say to them is thank you for coming in, because out of everything, you didn't have to come here.
Yeah.
You could have been somewhere else.
Yeah.
And that alone is so important to me. So thank you for listening to the Us People podcast every time that you do. Another thing that we wanted to talk about is, like I was saying, if your passion is money, then go out and get your money. Yeah, but make sure it makes you happy.
Well, that's the thing. You have to make sure that it makes you happy, but some people just do it for the wrong reasons.
Yeah.
And like I said again, it's sad. It is sad.
My passion is to be happy. My passion is to be extremely happy and silly, like I always am, but that's what makes me happy inside, and to do what I love, which is podcasting.
Well, my passion is always to keep motivated, keep my mind busy.
She kicks me in the butt.
keep my mind busy, keep motivated. I mean, like in our last episode, we spoke about, anxiety, depression, and stuff like that. So my motivation is always keeping, things to do, things that makes me happy, things that, will help me in the process.
Yeah.
You understand?
No, that makes sense. That makes absolute sense. Another thing is that if you find what makes you happy, money will come anyway. Yeah. I always try. People say, no, that's not true, because I've been doing this for 10 years. It could take you 20 years. Sorry to break you down. It could take you 20 years to get to where you want to get to. I've wanted a podcast for years.
It's the same thing. Maybe you're not doing what you're meant to be doing.
Maybe, yeah. Sometimes like,
you get me?
My cousin said something to me that made a lot of sense. Yeah. Like, I wanted to do music. Yeah. And I did do music for a while. But then something in me just didn't feel 100% right. Like I was singing, but something didn't resonate with me. And then my cousin said to me, maybe you're not meant to sing, maybe you're meant to just write. And then I realized, that's the reason why. And the reason I realized was because when I saw somebody else sing my song, I had this abundant feeling. Yeah,
it's so different.
I had this abundant feeling of joy. Yeah. And then I was like, he's right. I should have just wrote all the time. And that's when I became a writer. I was only 14, and that's when I became a writer. And I realized that I want to write, and I literally love writing. Yeah. So what do you love, Jessye?
Well, that's interesting. I mean, I like building things. I like cooking. I mean, as you know,
you do like cooking.
You know, I like feeding people. I just love feeding. I love feeding people. I love that they enjoy, you know, the food. I also enjoy when I build something, people enjoy the fact and they're using it and they're giving it a good use, you know? So I enjoy those things. Those things make me really, really happy.
Yeah.
But passion for the food to cook, even though I mostly don't eat most of it, but
that's true.
You know, but cooking it for people, that does my...
I would say to people, when you wake up in the morning after you said your thank you and you said your motivational speech in the mirror, and when you've left and you said, ask the angels to say thank you, and you're going out to do what you love, always say thank you for that.
Thank the universe.
I always say thank you for a beautiful day. Like I've just read some of the things that I write down when I'm out. And another thing, that for the fact that you are able to do it, for the fact that you have found your passion, say thank you for it. A lot of people say to me, but I haven't found my passion yet. When am I going to find it? That's not up to me. Everybody has
destiny. Their own,
Everyone has a different destiny.
Everybody has their own destiny and their own timing. I mean, some people don't even know yet at the moment what they're meant to be doing.
I think that's the frustrating thing. I
think that's where they find frustration, so much frustration, because they don't know what exactly, am I meant to be doing this? Am I meant to be doing, that? They really don't know. You understand what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's where they lose it sometimes. They just get so...
I think a lot of people turn their frustration into jealousy because they concentrate on what other people are doing. And then your frustration turns into jealousy, and that's something that you have to rip out of you now. I'm gonna say
you should
how it is.
be happy for your friends or your cousin or
you should be happy for your friends or your family. You should be
happy that they have succeeded or they've done something that is good for them.
You know the saddest thing?
But
you know the saddest thing?
There's a lot of people that are not.
Yeah, the saddest thing is that sometimes it's the people closest to you that are not happy for you.
Yeah.
And everyone goes through. I'm saying this on behalf of everyone.
Yeah.
Yeah. Your home kind of guides you for the world outside.
Mm-hmm.
So depending on how your world is at home, it depends on. But you don't have to be like your siblings. You can be totally different.
You can be completely different.
You don't have to be like them. You can be completely different. You can say, okay, my siblings are like this, and I don't like it. I don't want to be like them. So don't.
Yeah.
Do you understand? I know it's hard to. I know it's easy to say, hard to do, sometimes. But if you don't think of the future too much. Just think of the day that you're doing. Have a goal.
Mm-hmm.
I always set myself goals. Yeah. So if my goal is I want to buy a microphone or something, and I'm going to save to buy that microphone, and I know that if I put £10 away for this microphone, I'm going to be able to get it. Yeah. And you get it. And there you go. I wanted a podcast for ages. And I spoke to Jessye about it. I said, Jessye, I want a podcast. But because of photography and multitasking your time, and I even said it when I had my first podcast interview with someone, that I can't find the time. But then I said, I'm saying I can't. No, that's not right.
No, I said, no, you could always find the time. You always could find time. And then it's the way that you basically
use your time.
Yes.
And I realized I wasn't using my time efficiently.
Yeah.
So instead of doing things that really don't concern me, which is what I used to do, I used to leave them and be like, okay, well, now I'm going to do this. And Jessye said, stop doing things you don't need to do this. And I was like, okay, that makes sense. And she knows she's true, that's why she's laughing. But Another one is...
I'm on her case, let me tell you.
No, she is. So after talking about passion and doing what you love and being grateful for what you have, my advice is if you do want to do what you love and go on your journey to do it, let me start by helping you with simple tips of how to motivate your day. Okay? So we've been through a few of them. So like I said, when you wake up in the morning, while you are still laying down and your head is on your pillow and you haven't even opened your eyes yet, say thank you for the fact that you can see another day, because a lot of people in the world can't see another day and wish that they did. So please appreciate your day. Yeah. I find that when you are grateful, you are given more. So the more grateful you are, the more that comes back to you.
The more you receive.
And I do believe I was saying this in a podcast with one of the girls who I had a podcast with not so long ago.
Yeah.
And she was like, yeah, whatever you manifest out there comes straight back
at
you.
Yeah.
So another one is, as you are getting ready for your day, what I do is I have the tendency to ask the angels to protect me throughout my day. There's a reason behind it, like I said. Yeah. So no matter what happens, protect how I feel, what I feel, and most of all, protect me from my actions.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that I don't overreact on something that could be potentially small. Yeah. Yeah.
And that's very common, isn't it?
Which helps you stay calm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And then after I've said that, I say thank you. Again, when I'm on the train, I take out my phone. You can do this on your phone. I take out my phone or my iPad. You can do the list in your,
It's like the little notepad that you have on your phone.
I start writing. Like I said, I start writing things that matter to me. Like when I say to you, thank you for work, because it helps me to become closer to my dream. Yeah, so on and so forth. And then I say, thank you for my smile, because it helps me support other people to uplift their spirits every day. I smile a lot.
Does she smile? Let me tell you.
Yeah.
It's grin to grin, ear to ear.
Yeah. So, and then I say, thank you for my week, because I'm able to continue to have another week, that kind of thing. So those things help a lot. And that helps me throughout my day. So no matter if somebody else is having a bad day, I'm able to try and uplift them throughout their day. And then you'll start. So when someone comes in and sees you, don't make them leave the same way they come in.
Yeah, try to do your best. I mean, you can only do your best. Yeah, you can only do your best.
You can't help everyone. Like, I tried to help someone one day, and I said, maybe if you change your thoughts on the situation, it might come better. And he turned around to me and says, what do you know about thoughts? I said, okay. And I left him.
I mean, you can't help everyone. You can't help everyone, but you do your best. You do your best to help, and if they want to change to feel better in themselves, and in the end of the day, it's their choice.
I always say, you give consent to what upsets you.
Yeah,
I think that's one of the.
If you're letting that drain you, then you're letting that person overtake you.
When someone upsets you, Jessye, what do you do?
I just start singing.
I was gonna say you just kill them, but
no, I just start singing. I mean, I start singing.
She does actually. She starts singing some dance songs.
Yeah, I just start singing.
I start with my Jesus song.
I just start, 'cause I'm happy. I start singing that song, and then I think it just annoys them even more. The fact that you are happy, that you are so happy. I mean, every time I went to work, I was always happy. I was always happy. I was always singing, and then like, oh my God, how can you be so happy? But why not? Why can't you?
You do get days when you do feel like, okay, I'm going to say this. Not everyone is always happy 100% of the time.
No, not always. Not always. I mean, I struggle. There's sometimes I struggle.
There are things that are going to make you feel sad or make you question what you're doing is right. And we've all gone through those stages. We've all got 5 minutes of depression. Some people have 5 minutes of depression every day. Yeah.
I mean, everybody suffers from depression. In some sort of way.
You can have everything in the world. Imagine you're a person, and I'm sure there is someone out there. You have absolutely everything. There is nothing that you can't have. You can walk to any shop, anywhere, anytime, and get anything you want, anywhere, anytime. But then when you get it and you go home, I don't know if you feel like it resonates with you that you're happy. There is someone out there who understands what I'm trying to say. There are people who understand what I'm trying to say, in the sense of you can have everything but feel like you have nothing.
Yeah.
That's what I'm trying to say. And I think that's one of the hardest things to be able to understand within yourself. But I always try to say, everybody, find your truth. Once you find your truth, your life will become abundantly different and abundantly more happier. That's what I'm trying to say to you, to uplift you. This podcast today is about uplifting you when you're going through your run, when you are going through your walk, when you want to ignore someone because you don't want to listen to them and you want to put your headphones in your ear. This is our motivational talk for you this morning. I believe that whoever you are out there, you are capable of achieving anything that you want to achieve. You just have to believe more than anybody else that you can believe it.
And don't let anybody
tell you that
different.
You cannot. Yeah? So I'm saying to you, you can achieve it. Find a way where you can achieve it and make it happen. We all need help sometimes.
It might not be quick.
No.
Like a click of your finger. But
I like the way you did that. Just because I can't click. I can't click my fingers. They just slip.
But he'll get there. I'll get there.
So that's definitely the way we motivate ourselves in the morning and throughout our day. And I just wanted to share that with you to make you understand that it's important of how you wake up in the morning. But please remember, just because you wake up in a bad mood, that you can't shift your viewing pattern, your thought process, so that you are able to have a better day than how your morning was. Because you can. You could, yeah, you definitely can. And that's why I say to everyone out there, it doesn't matter how you wake up, it's how you go to sleep. Make sure you go to sleep peacefully. Yeah. Another thing I do when I come home after my day and I feel like I've had a good day, or regardless of how my day is, and I've tried to change my thought process so that my full day is positive, no matter how bad of the day or how good of the day is I hold something there to me and I hold it in my hand. It's like a magic rock. I was reading that you have this magic rock and you put it in your hand. But it's your, whatever item you want it to be. It doesn't have to be a rock. It could be something that means a lot to you and you just hold it in your hand. And before you go to sleep, you say thank you for the best thing that's happened to you in your day. And then you go to sleep. Because that way you're going to sleep with a clear, positive mind, knowing that something good has happened. Even if it's something small, someone's giving you a sweet. They didn't have to give you a sweet, but they've given you a sweet. True. Because at the end of the day, I always say to you, people don't have to give you nothing.
Yeah, they don't have
but
to
if someone takes the time to give you their last sweet or give you something, a bag of crisps, or
appreciate it,
or to say thank you, or to say thank you for opening the door, because not a lot of people say thank you when you open the door. Because when I'm opening the door, people look at me like I'm strange. Yeah. Why is she opening the door for? What do you want? No, I'm opening the door out of courtesy. Yeah. So a lot of my friends said that they open doors as well, because I slap them if they don't. And they start laughing. I was like, open the door. So what I'm trying to say is just always be as grateful as you can. I do not know your circumstances in your home. I do not know your circumstances at your work. I do not know your circumstances in your relationships or friendships that you have. But what I will say is try to be as grateful as you can every day when you can.
Yes.
That makes sense?
That makes sense.
Cool. As long as Jessye approves, I'm good. Yeah? So, I don't know if Jessye wants to top it off with anything.
I think you got it into a grano.
Say it again now.
You hit the grano.
Oh, see? There you go. We got Puerto Rican up in it today. I like it. Gracias.
De nada.
Okay, guys. So this is another episode of the Us People podcast, and you was listening to Savia and Jessye. And I just want to say thank you so much for listening. And please remember to follow us on Instagram. iTunes, Spotify.
Yeah.
Where else?
Basically,
everywhere.
Every single platform you can.
Google Play.
Like I said, the only one that we can't get into is Pandora, but that's because it's the States.
SoundCloud yet.
Yeah, on SoundCloud, but everywhere else we are in. We are in everywhere.
I don't know why we haven't decided to go on SoundCloud. It's just one of those things, but it will. You'll hear us one day. We're on SoundCloud now, guys.
Yeah, so, I guess it's just the platform is not as, I don't know. I guess it's just not as popular as it used. I might be wrong, but I don't know. I don't know why I haven't put it on SoundCloud.
You will.
She said I will. Okay.
So guys, please. It's true. So guys, please follow us on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook.
And please email us.
Yeah, please email us or text us.
I mean, tell us, whatever you want to listen next, or information that you want to hear about, or who, what type of career you want to listen to.
Yeah, if there's anybody in particular career-wise that you want us to interview, so say you are a sound engineer, say you are a musician, say you are a keyboard player, saxophone player, say you are a lawyer, an actor, an inspiring footballer.
We're meant to end it already, but we always do this.
So it doesn't matter. It's all right. It's to keep you positive. And if there's any particular genre or profession, I should say, that you want us to interview, we will find them.
Yeah.
We found boxers, we found musicians, we found dress designers, we found jewelry. We've got a lot of people to interview, but we decided to do this so you can hear from us and get to know us first. So please, if you have anyone that you want to listen to or understand things a lot better, send us an email or a text message and let us know, and we'll get on the case with it. So like I said before, please follow us on all our social medias. I say this because it means a lot to us. And also, please, if you can donate to us, we have you can donate to us through PayPal, and it's all secure and you don't need to worry about anything, and all the proceeds go to the Us People podcast, making us be able to interview other people and buy equipment so we can continue to do this, because it's not easy when you're doing everything with nothing, but you're grateful for it, because when you are grateful, like I said, you get more. So I want to say thank you, Jessye. Thank you for coming on again, and me bombarding you and pulling you to tell you to come and talk with me.
Yeah. No. I'm not very much of a talker, but when I do
she
talk,
only talks
I do
when
talk.
she feels like it's necessary to talk.
Yeah,
and that it will help you. She's not, I want to talk absolute rubbish.
Yeah,
she's not like that.
I'm not
like that either, but I'm very passionate about helping people and making them aware that you can get to where you get to, no matter your situation or circumstance or where you come from or nationality. Doesn't matter to me. If you would like to come on the Ask People podcast, please let us know as well.
Yeah,
because
let us know.
Anything that you say can help somebody else out there, even if it's one person out there whose life you've saved, then hey, we're good to go. So after all that said and done, guys, again,
we will say goodbye.
And I want to say, as always, thank you for listening to the Us People podcast. And as always, continue to be happy and positive, and continue to be kind to one another.
For sure.